What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 24 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over what you can expect from the Ring of Honor promo, and also potentially how to prepare for it. If you guys missed the content schedule earlier today, it showed that the Ring of Honor promo will be dropping this week. Now, if you look at the top of this, GMM is only once this week, and it's in the evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on April 10th. This is likely the big reveal stream for the Ring of Honor promo, which will be coming out Thursday afternoon. Like all content, Monday through Friday, it's going to come out at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So I've been getting this question a lot over the last week as people have speculated that this promo would be coming out very soon. What is Ring of Honor? What can we expect? And I've had a lot of people guessing cards that we saw last year will get a card this year, and I don't think that's going to be the case. Now, there is a potential chance of maybe some special LTDs that they could do, but the way Ring of Honor works, and I downloaded Madden 23 again, that's what we're in right now. I'm going to show you everything that was in game last year to kind of predict what you can expect this year. But the way Ring of Honor works, you can think of it as like the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Players get inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame every single year. They don't induct the same player 2 years in a row or 3 years in a row. The Ring of Honor is basically the Hall of Fame for MUT players. And the first set of inductees were these 5 players last year. We got 99 overalls for Barry Sanders, Tony Gonzalez, Randy Moss, Lawrence Taylor, and Deion Sanders. I've had a lot of people guessing that LT is going to get a card for the Ring of Honor, and the one way that I could see that happening is if they do a special 99 overall LTD for 1 or 2 of the players that got inducted last year. Now, over the last couple weeks, we've gotten a Randy Moss card this past weekend. 2 weekends ago, we got Deion Sanders, so I don't really think they're going to get new cards, but hey, you never know. CMC has like 17 of them, so there's always exceptions. But what I think we will see is a new set of 5 players getting inducted into the Ring of Honor, and I almost am willing to bet my house that Michael Vick is going to be one of them. He's been due for an upgrade. I'm pretty sure his last card in game was like the Season 2 Field Pass free reward, so he's overdue. He's certainly a Madden Hall of Famer at the end of the day, and that's really what makes up this promo, are cards that have been in MUT and have been, you know, very good, dominant in MUT forever and ever and ever. So leave your guesses down below in the comment section on your 5 predictions for the MUT Ring of Honor Hall of Fame for MUT 24. Now, the cool thing about this promo, along with us getting a bunch of big names at high OVRs, is that they also have these supporting cast players. So the way it worked last year, and this is not to say it's going to 100% be a copy and paste from last year's promo to this year's promo, but the way it worked last year is we got the 599 overalls, and to complete any of their sets, I'll just go into Randy Moss, for example. You needed 198 supporting cast player for that specific player. So for Randy Moss, his supporting cast option, 98 overalls, were Randall Cunningham, which was always hilarious because those two never really played with each other. It was more so Dante Culpepper, but never mind, you know, all of that. It was Randall Cunningham and Asante Samuel, right? So those 2 players had 98s. You put one of those 2 98s into the set. The other 98 could be any supporting cast player, and with all 5 of the 99s, you know, Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders, etc., they all had a pair of supporting cast players. So for Randy, it was Asante and Randall. If I go through, and I'll just show you all of the other ones, Tony Gonzalez was Will Shields and Priest Holmes. So again, for example, if you wanted to do the Tony G set, you could put a 98 Will Shields into the set, and then a 98 overall Asante Samuel, because one had to be player specific, the other did not. Barry Sanders' supporting cast players were Herman Moore and Kevin Glover. Deion Sanders had Jerry Rice and Darren Woodson. I remember that Jerry Rice card was pretty good. And then finally, LT, his supporting cast was Carl Banks and Perry Williams. So I also believe when you completed these sets, you got back one or both of the players back as BND. Because of the way the game is structured this year, I don't think they're going to end up doing that. But what I could see again is 599 overalls, new players, Michael Vick being one of them, to complete their set, same requirements, 298 overall cards, maybe one specifically for that supporting cast player, the other could be any 98, and then being that we're still right now kind of at 98 overall champions for this promo, you can see there was a 98 overall supporting cast fantasy pack But what I think we're going to see in this one, since you don't get anything back as B&D, is that the 98 supporting cast players are going to require 5 95 overall cards, not 96s, because that's the current state that we're in right now. So any 5 95 overalls in the game would build a 98 overall supporting cast player, and then 2 98 overall supporting cast players would build out the 99. So essentially, if you're looking at it another way, you would need 10 95s to build 1 99. This is all speculation. Don't go, betting the house and spending all your coins loading up on these cards. But if we don't see an overall increase completely, and this is a promo that would prevent that from happening because you can't put the supporting cast players at the same overall as the champions, this would make the most sense to me. 99 overall champions, 98 supporting cast players, and there were also lower overall cards from this as well. This is the list of all those players on MUT.gg. You can see it starts off with all the 99s and 98s, but if I go over to page 2, there was a handful of 96 overall cards, a bunch of 94s, and I believe also a bunch of 91s, and that's the lowest that it got. I think these were welcome pack players, the 90 overalls, but this became cool from a team building standpoint because if you rocked a Vikings or a Giants theme team, not only were you getting LT or Randy Moss, but some of those supporting cast players played for that theme team as well. So it was a great opportunity to build out theme teams. And last year at the time, a lot of those players that they added into the mix, those were their first cards of the year. So that's what I'm really hoping we see is some new names, some fresh names in MUT 24 that, maybe we've seen in years past, but we haven't seen in MUT 24 yet, or maybe completely new names that we've never seen in Madden Ultimate Team. So again, leave your guesses down below in the comment section on who you think the 5 Ring of Honor champions are going to be. Here are my totally random guesses with a little bit of thought behind them. Like I said, Michael Vick feels like a lock. I'm going to go Brian Dawkins, a little bit of bias, but he's certainly overdue for a card, and hopefully they make him a strong safety because the game really needs some new strong safeties that are not named Kyle Hamilton or Jair Brown. My third guess is going to be Julius Peppers with the potential of him having an out-of-position card, but more than likely a defensive end card. My fourth guess is going to be Megatron. We already got Randy Moss, Megatron wide receiver. I'm pretty sure his last card was a 95 overall AKA, so he could use a 99, and he's a big name. And the fifth one is going to be a little bit random, but I'm going to go with Dree Archer, considering that they do have the rights to him. He got that ghost card, and he wasn't a big name player IRL, but he was certainly a MUT Hall of Famer, and with the MUT Ring of Honor, I kind of want to see that take place. They might not go that route, but I'd love to see guys like Dree Archer and Taylor Mays or Donald Parham, these guys that are Madden Ultimate Team legends, get recognized inside of the Ring of Honor promo. I think that would be pretty cool. Now, I already gave you my predictions and thoughts on what we could see happen with the player sets and how to build these cards. You do always have to keep in mind that if we get a bunch of different Ring of Honor cards at various overalls, they could totally ditch the whole concept of using any card from any promo and go with only Ring of Honor cards. That's a little bit of a fear that I have here, but just looking at the way most sets and promos have been constructed, it's pretty much always been wild cards. So I think at bare minimum, we still see 95s become useless, or useless, not useless, but useful to build out 98 overall cards. And if you're looking to build out those or prepare in this kind of theory, and again, I have to, state, and please just listen to what I'm saying. This isn't guaranteed to happen. This is just a prediction, and I could be 100% wrong. Please don't follow me on this. This is just a guess that I'm taking. But if you take a look here, 95s are below 100,000 coins. This is the PlayStation 5 market. I'm sure it's going to be just as inexpensive on the Xbox market. So if you're going to need 5 of those to build a 98, you're looking at a little bit under 500K, which is kind of, what the market's at right now for most 98s in the game. And if they do throw in the fact that maybe you need 96s because we go up to 99s and they scrap the format that they did last year, well, 96s right now are at 135K. I don't know about you guys, but when Easter eggs hatched on Easter Sunday, I hung on to all of the 96s that I got at PAX. Not that I had a ton of them, but the AKA eggs gave me Emmitt Smith and Randall Cunningham. I got an Ultimate Legend Antonio Cromartie from one of those Ultimate eggs. I have the weekly wildcard Greg Van Rotten because I got his card for free from the Competitive Pass 96 Fantasy Pack. And then some of the Combine cards that are kind of being faded off of my team right now, like Brian Arakpo, and maybe some of these guys are up next. Basically what I'm saying is I've been hanging on to 96s for the eventual upgrade to 99 champions. And if that doesn't happen this week, well, I still have some 95s in the tuck as well. As I showed you, those are well under 100K right now. Terry Bradshaw, DeForest Buckner, just to name a couple. Warren Sapp from the Super Bowl promo. So I'm kind of somewhat prepared either way, and I understand everybody doesn't have millions and millions of coins to go ahead and invest or try to prep for these things, but I did just want to drop a video going over what you can expect from this promo, because I know there's a lot of people that did not play MUT 23 or have no idea what's going on with it, and some of you might just needed a refresher. So hopefully the video helped out. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back with more tomorrow. Thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.